Good afternoon, badass artists. I'm Luyando. We are back today to finish up our cute little Firefly fairy. We started her a couple of weeks ago, but here we are, Firefly Falls. But we had a little delay. I got trapped in crazy hurricane weather, and now we're back to finish her up. Okay, so I thought, let's see, we did the little bug, the little firefly, and we need to finish her little wings, her hair, her lips. We do have a few things, and the background. So I thought, since we are in the middle of details, let's work on some eyelashes and eyebrows. I've been talking about that for a little while, and we'll have a more proper, like, all eyelashes and eyebrows tutorial. That'll be the whole video. We'll just talk about that. But for today, I just grabbed a black pencil. This is Evazar, I think. Yeah, this is Evazar. It's called Rich Black. But what I'm doing, when you're dealing with eyelashes, first of all, underneath the lash line, you're always going to have a shadow, and that goes right down on the white part of the eye. It's always going to be gray or blue-gray or something like that, and it's always going to go right down underneath those eyelashes. Unless the person just doesn't have any eyelashes, that shadow's going to be there. So the second thing is there's a water line that goes right above, and that's where the eyelashes grow from. And when I say water line, I mean this lid. See that little piece of skin there, that little lighter area? That's the water line for the lower lid. The same thing is happening on the upper lid. That's where the little hair follicles are that the lashes grow from. So you want it to look realistic. You want it to be coming from the right place. You don't want to have, eyelashes coming from way up here when that's not where they're supposed to be. So we're going to follow this lash line, and we're going to go right over here, and we're going to make these little flicks. And the trick to making realistic lashes is to make sure that they kind of crisscross each other, and there's a little clump here, and one's a little longer. The thing is, they have to be completely and totally random, because it's hair, and hair often, gets tangled. And if she's wearing mascara or eyeliner or anything like that, every single detail, everything that's extra is going to change how you add the lashes. Do you want them really long? Do you want them exaggerated? Are they fake lashes? Are they, all of these things are, you got to think it out, because, it's your coloring, and I want it to look exactly the way you want it to look. So here we have a nice healthy lash line. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. Only this time we're going to not go quite so long. And with me, I tend to overdo it. I get like, oh wait, it needs some more over here, and oh wait, let me go back and add one here, and then I'm like, oh wait, I wish I hadn't done that. So obviously, sometimes less is more. See, as I say that, I'm still adding lashes when I should just like walk away. So just remember that once you get to a place where you're comfortable with them, don't waffle with them. Just walk away. because it's an area that even though we can go back and erase it, you've got a lot of details. You've got a lot of stuff around here that you might, just not want to do that, because sometimes it's more work than it's worth. So do your eyelashes. I always say a little less is more. And that way you're not going to be sorry later, you know what I mean? There's just some things that, like, I'm not very good with hands and feet, so I don't try to do a lot of details on them. And you guys, I'm sure, have noticed that if I can hide them behind something else, I will. But I don't try and do a lot of details on them, because the more I try, the worse it kind of gets. Does that make sense? It's like, okay, I accept that this is my limitation. I don't really do a good job with them, so I'm just gonna, it's a hand. You guys know. You know what I'm saying? I kind of get a little crazy with eyelashes, so I'm just saying, if you have that problem, if you're like me, don't overdo the details. Just walk away while you have time. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna walk away. No, but I'm happy. I'm happy with that. So up here on the eyebrows, I have a whole notebook of nothing but eyes. That's all I have in there. And then there are pages and pages of nothing but eyelashes and eyebrows, because that's like a big part of your coloring or your drawing. If you can capture the realism of the eye, then you have a realistic looking drawing. So I practice on that a lot. Eyebrows are just these tiny little flecks, and you just kind of want to keep them short and close, and you want to follow a natural arch. You kind of want to follow. I practice these a lot so that I don't, like I said, go crazy with them. Now once you get to this archy part, you have some eyebrows that go this way, so we want them to look as natural as possible. Now some eyebrows have a lot of, kind of crisscross. Men's eyebrows are different. Children's eyebrows are different. So I think it'll be fun if we just do like a whole video on eyebrows and eyelashes. That might be fun. But don't overdo the eyelashes. It's the same with the it's the same with the eyebrows. Less is more. You can go in and add some more, but once you get them in there, it's really hard to thin them out. And you've got really delicate skin that you've worked really hard on here, and you don't want to go in and have to, erase something that's hard to go back in and reshade. So just always be really, really careful when you go in and you add details on the face. And that's, that's kind of a gift me. Next time I'll bring my my sketchbook and show you guys all the crazy eyes, the sketchbook of nothing but eyes. And this one needs to be just a little bit taller. But even if they're not quite 100% matching, that's okay too. Okay. That wasn't so bad, right? Here we are. Let's work on her lips. Now, we had the little peach color there from way back. We're going to go in with this pink. This is Evazar. Still, it's pale pink. We're just going to kind of give her a little pout. A little more pout to the pout. I'm going to take a shade. Actually, I'm going to take a couple of shades darker. This one is like a lot darker. It's called Black Currant. I know you guys are like, what are you doing? I'm going to go in and just very lightly, super, super lightly, make this little area of her lip. So that it just looks a little more puckery. Now I'm going to take a lavender color. This is called taupe, but it's most definitely lavender. And I'm going to go right over that. Kind of smooth that in a little bit. Now I'm going to take pure white. And pull it right down over her little lip. And it'll look very glossy. And this is just peach that we used way back at the beginning. Okay, let's work on her hair for a second. I thought we would go in with kind of a purpley kind of almost kind of picking up the colors from her eyes. This one's called Aubergine. And I'm just gonna kind of wind this in. The grayscale got pretty dark here, so we're gonna work our way through that. That is not a problem for us. And you guys will have to tune in next week. We'll have a lot of new stuff from our new book, Samhain Station. It's our Halloween book. It's going to be out this weekend. And we're going to be doing all kinds of little goblins and ghouls and trolls and witches and zombies. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you will join me for that. I'm just kind of adding this in here so we can have a nice good base of this color. And I'm going to add it. It's a little bit of a decoration too, I think. Now I'm going to get a little bit lighter pink. This one's called Cherry. Now I'm going to go over here and grab this much lighter lilac. And you can see how that really shows up nicely on this darker gray scale. And we're just going to bring this right on through. And you can also add a little bit into the eyebrow area so that everything is balanced. And you don't have to really overdo it, you know. We can definitely see it. I'm going to add one more lighter shade of purple in there just for some more contrast. This one's called Amethyst. And we'll go in with a different color, you know, like a completely different color so we can give it a lot of depth here in a second. But for now, we got a lot going on in this picture, so we don't really have to concentrate a lot on the hair like we have in some other pictures. But I definitely wanted the hair to kind of tie in with all those pretty violet colors in her eyes. nice balance. Okay, let's move up to her wings. Now we've got this lime green color. I'm just going to kind of move this color around over here. And I'm going to, yeah, I think I'll stay with the same kind of color theme as this one. And just add in this kiwi green up here. And I'm not going to, go too crazy with it, but we'll definitely leave the little green and yellow wing theme. Okay, and that just kind of leaves our background. And she is definitely a starry night, I think. Well, that's a tough one. I don't want to change. I definitely want to leave this darker gray because it's a starry kind of background, but I want to add sort of definitely an aquatic feel. So let's go with like a light aqua blue, turquoise, and we will add just this little area. It's the water. We're not going to really dig in with it. I'm just going to kind of do our long lines. This one's called Moss. We just have one little rock kind of sticking up over here. And then we go to the night sky. So I think that is about it for her. I think we can call her done, everybody. Awesome. So if you found this video helpful, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope you'll also subscribe to the channel. That way every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. I usually upload on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This week we'll have a few extras to make up for last week. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will see you next time.